Right, so this is too late. Okay, so what happened is, I think where we left off was when we went to the witches' village, whatever, in the woods or whatnot. And then, fucking Inquisitor showed up, and he was like, dudes, I don't know what's going on, and then he pissed off, and that was cool. And then Layton and Maya discovered ruins like below the city or something. And then they met up with Luke and Phoenix in those ruins, and then ventured further down into the ruins, discovered some more puzzles and shit that led to some sort of ancient tomb, which contained, quote-unquote, a terrible, secret, destructive thing, which was supposedly a pure silver bell that, when rung, would bring in chaos and destruction. And the bell was missing from that room, so yeah. Also, on that tower that appeared, which was this like part of the previous trial, at the very top there's a silver bell, so you know, that's probably that one and same bell. Then once they got back up, they noticed that the trial, the parade with the new story was already done and over with, and the story that the storyteller wrote for the last part was basically saying, okay, the story is gonna end, and it's gonna end tonight, where Bezella is going to show up and she's going to kill me, and then there's going to be a final trial, and then everyone's gonna be free and whatever. So that's cool. And then that pretty much happened, or sort of. Everyone gathered around the bell tower, and then like Bezella showed up or whatever, and summoned some kind of fiery dragon of bullshit, and that swallowed up the storyteller, and so he's now dead, but not really dead, but everyone thinks he's dead even though he's not really dead. Anyway, and then, surprise of all surprises, naturally, Espella was found on the fucking tower where Bezella was, and now she's in custody for the final trial, which our good old Inquisitor is not going to actually be leading up, but rather Mrs. Edgelaw herself, so we're gonna be fighting against Edgelaw during the upcoming trial. Hello, Bardic. I'm just recounting what people missed since the last few streams. Nobody showed up. And then, basically, the other Inquisitor guy got captured for treason because he doubted what the storyteller said or some bullshit. So he's now in prison. But his dog decided to somehow understand human language, and then decided to prattle everything off to Layton and co. And Layton and Luke are now on the way to the tower, which is what they're saying here, where while Maya and Phoenix are preparing for the trial that's coming up. So things. Luke and I began making our way to the Storyteller's Tower, where we hoped to begin our search for clues straight away. We learned that Inquisitor Barnum told his dog Constantine that the tower is home to the darkest and most hidden of secrets. We have much time before the start of Miss Cantabella's trial. Come Luke, we must make our way past the Scar Post and into the tower. Yeah, sure, but the dog apparently speaks human, so... because he understood everything that was going on between... Edgelaw and the other dude. Anyway. Also, if I sound worse than usual... Whoa, how could that be? Then it's because I'm still having a cold, and my nose is a piece of shit, so it's clogged up, and it sounds bad. And it's making me, giving me difficulty to talk. Anyway, this is gonna be fun. It's finally starting, the Lost Witch Trial. Witch's Court will no longer serve any purpose once the Great Witch Bezella is burned. Burn the witch! Nuts. But Espella isn't Bezella. I'm not buying it one bit. I mean, the storyteller is her father. I don't know what happened between them, but a father would never do that to his child. I don't know, Maya. I'm pretty sure there's been plenty of cases you'll find where parents are being much less than nice to their kids. I think you're right, Maya. Because I'm dumb. But no one else does. They're all throwing accusations at her. I just feel so sorry for her, being hypnotized like that, not really thinking at all, unresponsive to the world. That's just really bad. Feels like this whole case is under some kind of bad spell. Spell? Yeah, we can't just see it yet. That's why it's so vital that we expose the real witch behind all this, and we've got to do it during this trial. I believe in you. I believe in you. Habibit. Oh, by the way. Huh? Yeah. Why are you having a cold right now? You sound really bad. What? You mean... You were sick for the past 3 days? That sucks, dude. I didn't take you for such a cold-hearted guy, Nick. That's not what I mean. I just have a cold, you know, the illness? What I was going to say is that you can't let people see you. You're supposed to be, you know, dead. You were caught in the flames, remember? But so far, we've been running around town with everybody around and stuff, and we've seen, like, all the witches' things. So, like, we've even investigated the tower together, and the knights, like, showed up and actually talked to us, and nobody really gave a shit, so I don't know why this is a plot point all of a sudden, but... Oh, right, that. I mean, after I was on trial for the murder of Sir Top Hat. Don't underestimate me, Sir Blue Knight. Huh? Already got it covered. Check it out! Check it out with Dr. Steve Brule. I brought this with me. With this masterful disguise, I shall be transformed into Maya the Ironclad. Found it in Barnum's room and figured I'd borrow it for a while. Don't tell me you're going to the trial wearing that helmet. I sure am. Nobody can tell it. With just this helmet. I mean, my clothes are totally hidden from everyone. Nobody, like everyone else, wears the same clothes as me around here. I won't stand out at all. Let's just hope Barnum doesn't flip out if he sees you wearing his trusty headgear. Anyway, I'm going to do what I can to help. Got to save a speller, right? Well, come on, let's get going. Time to break whatever bad spell is under and put an end to these witch trials once and for all. Right. You're okay with that, aren't you, Espella? Yeah, she's fine. She's not saying anything, but well, let's just say yes.
There's a ton of people out there, Nick.
Let's do this.
What did you expect? Did you like think only like 5 people would show up? Nobody would care or something? Where's everyone's fucking here?
Now, as scheduled,
I still don't think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it.
the trial of Espella Cantabella shall commence forthwith. Knights of the court, are you ready now to cross your swords of justice?
Miss
The
Etlaw.
Knights of the Inquisition have spent countless years trying to track down the elusive Great Witch.
Her cone tits fucking spooked the shit out of me. No.
The secret of her identity
The
shall
dreaded
finally be brought to
cone.
light in this very
Da
court.
da 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 da. You.
All those present, pay attention, so that the truth may be burned into your memory. Today, the legend of the Great Witch shall become a closed chapter in the history of Labyrinthia.
Yup.
You could cut the atmosphere with a knife. It's so loaded, but at the same time, oddly subdued.
And now, the whole truth shall be revealed to all. The moon, eye of the night, shall bear witness to that.
Karen, did you know someone actually made a cube game? When you played it on stream. Hold on. I gotta link you guys this because it's magnificent. No. Stop autoplay. Fucking hell. No autoplay. There we go. Anyway. Back to this for now.
Defender?
Thoughts.
Your Honor, the defense is ready.
How regrettable. I see you won't allow yourself to be provoked.
Man, you may now begin your opening statements, High Inquisitor Edgelon. Thank you. People of Labyrinthia, the story has ended. Its end has been sealed through the storyteller's death. Even though he's not really dead, that's just another jape, you know. The one who put an end to the life of the storyteller and to the story which governed our lives was the Great Witch Bizella, foul embodiment of evil who has long been lurking among us, but sealed deep within the consciousness of a certain girl. I'm sure you're all aware of her name. I refer, of course, to Aspella Cannibella. Today, at dusk, a tragedy unfolded right in front of us all, where the storyteller just willingly gave himself up. He basically committed suicide by not stepping out of the way. It was a nightmarish vision that we shall never be able to forget. That fearsome fire beast, of which we had only heard through legend, returned at the hand of the Great Witch. Indeed, it was just as in the illustrations of the legendary fire, and the girl within whose heart lies the Great Witch herself has committed her final and most heinous crime. The crime of patricide. I can't... All I'm thinking about is fucking the Monkey Island 3 sword fighting minigame. May this trial serve as an offering to the storyteller who can be with us no longer. Thank you, High Inquisitor. The Inquisition may now begin proceedings. As I have said, this unthinkable crime took place in the town square within plain sight of all Labyrinthians. Everyone is a witness. Surely there can be no need for a formal interrogation. You can't say that. I suggest you mind your temper, Defender. In a few moments you will have no option but to accept the truth. Once we hear it from the very mouth of the accused. Promise, Bella. Inquisition hereby demands, but Aspella has already falsely confessed to being like Bizella before, and the confession doesn't really make people guilty because there's the thing where people confess for crimes they didn't actually do. So you know, a confession alone doesn't really cut it. So whatever. Or rather, that she confesses to it. That's the Inquisition's request shall be granted. Bring Aspella Cannibella down to the witness stand. This is it. The last trial. In all likelihood, Aspella will admit to the charges. I have only one chance to break whatever spell she's under. When she testifies, there are bound to be some clues to the truth in there. Now that you're here, witness, state your name and tell us your real name as well.
My name is Aspella.
Can you shut up? I'm gonna skip whatever the fuck this voice actor says because I hate it with a passion. Then you really do admit that you're the Great Witch? What? That's never happened before. Yep, totally the first time. Yeah, we're done for. I mean, she gave herself up willingly and is just standing there doing nothing, but we're totally done for because this really is the actual witch. I still don't understand how this makes sense to anyone. Why would fucking the Great Witch just give herself up for nothing? What the hell is the point in that? This makes no sense. It never made any sense. The Inquisition was right. The accused herself has spoken. It would seem there is no need for an interrogation. You are a bad judge. A bad judge. I assure you there is none. The only possible verdict has to be clear to everyone from the very beginning.
Hold it!
Oh, nice coat. Let's hear as well as the accused side of the story. Magic exists in this world, right? So if you think about it, the spell could be under the influence of a spell too. What I would like to know is this. Just who in the world are you, young knight? Oh, me? How to put it, I feel as if we've met somewhere before. It was, where was it again? We haven't met, it's just your imagination, Your Honor. I mean, me lord, as for who I am, I'm with Sir Blue Knight, not in a romantic way, of course. Is this a friend of yours, Defender? Totally. She really wouldn't like to have her face seen. How can I put this gently? It's not something you want to look at. What are you talking about? Make it sound like there's a problem with my face. I can assure you we have no interest in your face, miss. Although, I do wonder where you acquired that particular helm. Why is that? Helm of that ilk is not something you can simply purchase from a street stall. Well, I found it in the forest. Finders keepers, you know. What are you doing, Maya? You promised me you wouldn't draw any attention. Sorry, Nick. I lost it a bit. Well, anyway, the defense's opinion is as follows. We should hear the defendant's testimony before coming to a verdict. There may be some things even she isn't aware of. How amusing. As this is to be the last witch trial ever held, perhaps it is only fitting that we cross swords before you accept your defeat. Nuts. I agree. Thus, the accused herself will now testify. Miss Cannabella will tell the court of your involvement in this incident. I finally realized that Bazella... Sorry. This is so stupid. I'll take it seriously. I finally realized that Bazella has been lying dormant within me. Once the evening fell and the rain ceased, I climbed up the wooden stairs of that bell tower and awaited the parade. I waited for my father's speech to end, and then I summoned the fire dragon. I don't know why I did that. That was a very unusual testimony. Probably because it contains contradictions. A most fascinating query. However, I don't give a shit. The Inquisition has ingeniously solved the query by disregarding it. What matters is that Bazella exists within this girl. Being a witch is a crime, thus burn the witch. Whoa, what? Defense may now begin interrogation. I understand your sort of dresses, do the thing. What was it? Right. Oh.
Objection!
Vigilantes are guarding the bell tower all day. Is that the Vigilantes report? Indeed, and according to this, Vigilantes have been constantly guarding the entrance to the bell tower ever since it appeared. However, there is nothing about a spell going up the tower in their report.
Objection!
Your memory must have failed you. That girl is a witch, the Great Witch at that. It's only natural to assume that she used something akin to invisibility magic. Isn't that so, witness? Yep, used the invisibility spell to enter the tower unnoticed.
Objection!
Even magic follows certain rules in this world. Witches need to be holding a Talia Magica in order to use magic. And you weren't in possession of one at the time. Oh, whoa. But dude, because she's the Great Witch, I mean, just no rules, man. Just freestyle. Yeah, Great Witch is just, she can do whatever she wants. So basically, any sort of conjecture is you know, pointless. It's just whatever I want happens. Cool. In any case, this should convince you that the accused entered the tower. This is a sketch showing footprints. It was raining before the parade reached the town square. Obviously, if you walk through muddy streets before climbing up a staircase, you will inevitably leave footprints. The sketch shows that there were indeed muddy footprints present on the bell tower stairs. And since you'd no doubt be quick to ask, I can tell you that they match the sole of the accused's shoes. It's certain that the accused climbed up the bell tower after rain had fallen. Very well. I almost pity you, Defender. I'm sure you're envious of my cone tits. Indeed, I too am envious of your cone tits. Let us not waste time. If you could carry on with the interrogation. The judge seems ready to announce the verdict any second now. I've got to find a flaw in her testimony and fast. I want to finish this as soon as possible, so I'm gonna spam hint coins as much as possible.
Hold it!
You say you finally realized? Yes, I've always had a feeling, but my memory is rather hazy. I've always felt as though I'm not who I think I am, and that I've forgotten something very important. Incidentally, when did you become aware of Bizella's presence within you? It was when I went to the Great Archive with Mr. Layton and Luke. Ever since I saw the mural depicting Bizella, I started having strange flashbacks. I saw things from the distant past, memories of the legendary fire. Legendary fire? Oh my god. I saw it. I was there when it happened. I saw the town consumed by flames. Couldn't have, that's impossible. Legendary fire occurred over 100 years ago. Totally. I know that, but it's true, I remember it happening. 'Cause I'm a witch. Fuck your rules. Screw your rules. I have magic. Once evening fell and the rain ceased, I climbed up the thing. What was it? Summoned the fire dragon with that spell Grandworm, right? That's the one. Although I won't say it now, I'm sure something terrible would happen if I did. I'm not using it now because I'm now totally benevolent and I'm looking forward to being cast to the flames instead of, you know, as the Great Witch being totally evil. Wait, hold on, that doesn't add up. Never mind. Of course I won't say it. There's something strange about this statement. Used that dragon summoning spell, but didn't have a witch's scepter. Great Witch can use spells without using a scepter, right? I mean, that's a little too overpowered, don't you think? That's probably what makes the witch, well, great. It'd be a pretty sorry Great Witch if she could use only 2 spells. Uh-huh, I guess so. Move on, you faggots.
Hold it!
Also, I have, like, Kinder, chocolates, pralines, I guess? I don't know, they're delicious, and I'm gonna eat one, so... As you know, it's the law for me to eat during stream. I can send you some, sure. Well, I am a kid. Being a kid is fucking awesome. Hahaha. Suck it. Anyway, now maybe because you didn't kill him.
Objection!
It's useless, defender. Witness, who killed the storyteller? It was me. I summoned the fire dragon. I killed him. The storyteller chose his own death. That is a fact that cannot be changed. It is a common knowledge that all things written in a story will become a reality. But dude, what if, like, the storyteller wasn't actually the one writing the story, but the story was the one writing a storyteller? Dude. And Bizella's appearance has been written into the story's final chapter. She has no choice but to act out the role that has been written for her. In other words, everything happens in accordance with the storyteller's story. Wow, news. Nick, have you noticed how weird Isabella is acting today? Sure have. It's almost like she's a puppet or something. Nick, look, check it out. Check it out. Steve, she must be here to root for Isabella. Stupid crats. Well, this is an unexpected intrusion, but as we're in the middle of an interrogation, I will ask the witness to carry on with her testimony. Yes, my lord. Those are not, like the ones with the toys inside. That's actually not what I'm talking about. Hold on. I'm not talking about the eggs, the Kinder eggs. I'm talking about Kinder Schokobons. I'm pretty sure I already sent those to one of my American friends at some point. I think Anon got them. They're... Hold on, where's the picture? These things. There you go. We got plenty of hint coins.
Hold it!
No, he did not as far as I'm aware. Unfortunately. You say you finally realized. Always had a feeling, but my memory's rather hazy. They are nice and neat. What should I have observed? What the fuck, game? Okay, press and then observe what?
Hang on!
Eve, just what on earth are you doing, Defender? Huh? I was just... Eve is Isabela's friend, so I was wondering if she might want to have some input. Whether or not this furry little witness can contribute to the testimony seems to be obvious at a glance. Is that so? I guess questioning a cat wasn't the best idea. Where's Luke when you need him? It's not like just in a trial ago we questioned a bird or something. It's You wish to say something, High Inquisitor Edgelaw? I just remembered a line from a fairy tale that I heard when I was little. A fairy tale about Bezella. Great Witch Bezella is always accompanied by a black cat. How convenient! True, Eve always follows me. Always? Oh, Nick, that means... They must have been together when the incident happened too. Now that you mentions it. I think I saw a black cat at the bell tower when it happened. Oh yes, Eve was with me in the bell tower. Your Honor! Yep. The feds requests that Miss Cannabella's comment be added to the testimony. That's... very well. Add what you just said about the cat to your testimony. I'm not sure why you turned German for a second there. It's going.
Objection!
I'm sorry, Isabella, but there's a problem. What? Went up the bell tower in the evening after it stopped raining, correct? Yeah. So what? That's right, there were footprints. However, there's something missing. Missing? What? They're not prints of Isabella's cat. Oh. You said Eve was following you, right? In which case, naturally, there would have to be cat prints. Like little stickers of cats. And here I thought you would say something that makes sense. Such a silly assertion as that can be easily explained. Cat must have climbed up on the accused's shoulders. Was that not the case? Yeah, but then she would have been seen. She dislikes dirt, so when it's muddy, she tends to climb up onto my shoulders.
Objection!
And why didn't you say that before? You testified that the cat was following you. It's...
Objection!
She's the Great Witch, so she likes to lie, you know.
Objection!
Might seem that way to you, but it has important implications. It shows that Isabella's testimony is unreliable. What do you mean? For a while now, Isabella hasn't been testifying in her own words. All the vital parts of her testimony have come from High Inquisitor Darklaw. She made Isabella say those things. Are you claiming that I, the High Inquisitor, am responsible for making the accused commit perjury? Well, if that's not the case, then there is one more possibility. Namely that the witness, Miss Cannabella, has no clear recollection of what happened this evening. What? Do you actually remember what happened? Do you remember entering the bell tower and summoning the fire dragon? Yeah? You say you also remember the legendary fire which burned this town to the ground. Yeah? And you remember tonight's events just as clearly? Do you truly remember summoning that terrifying fire dragon and killing your own father? I don't know, man. Dudes, I don't know. Your Honor, the defendant is confused and cannot remember what happened. Therefore, her confession that she is a great witch is not credible.
Objection!
That objection sound is the worst objection sound in all of objection sounds. What are you talking about? He admits that she's Bizella.
Objection!
Testimony doesn't hold together. I am more than one person. Who is the other within me? No! Shut up. She had a heart attack. Quick, engage 4D3D3D3. A brief summary of the accused's current situation. Spella became extremely agitated and had a heart attack. She's now dead. Rest in peace. Well, that's a relief. Now the trial is over. Nick, I don't mean to sound insensitive or anything, but this is just what we needed. I'm not sure I follow. Professor is out looking for clues to help us out, right? That means all we gotta do is buy some more time until he returns with his findings. Maya's right, that's just what we're going to do. Your Honor, it's impossible to continue the trial while the defendant isn't present. Also, it's impossible that someone at the crime scene was manipulating the defendant. Defense proposes an intermission in order to carry out further investigation. Your opinion on this, X-Law? My opinion is that the defender is just playing for time. Whoa. However, I shall allow it, because I want to play game. Very well then. So be it.
Hold it!
God damn it.
You, defender, stop messing around! What he said! What he said! You can't squirm your way out of this! What he said! What he said! 'Cause we know everything! What he said! What he said! We will reveal your wrongdoings to everyone gathered here! We shall do this!
If anyone here should be silenced, it is not us, but the defender over there. You ask who we are. We're the ones who watch the bell tower, guard the bell tower, and take cover from rain in the bell tower. We love the bell tower. Wanna put my dick in that bell? You there, defender. Yeah? What was it you said earlier? While taking advantage of all the confusion like the rascal you are? You said someone at the crime scene may have been manipulating the accused. We bell tower fuckers were at the crime scene. Are you suggesting we were manipulating that witch? No. Don't think you can silence us like that. We shall have her say now. We sure will, no matter what anyone else has to say about it. We are the bell tower fuckers, dutiful and righteous, superior, happy, fulfilled on the job. Our passion is burning and our blood is red. If you fail to let us speak out, we will have no choice but to turn to violence. I disapprove of violence and bell tower fucking, but whatever. In which case, it's best to just let them have their say. You may not know this, but it's not unusual for the accused to fall unconscious in this court. No kidding. Let us lend our ears to these brave knights. We shall hear what they witnessed. Very well. These knights will be accepted as witnesses. People of Labyrinthia, did you hear the word of the judge? Today's trial is not over yet. In fact, it is just beginning. Now, Vigilante Captain, you may testify to your heart's content. Lady Edgelaw, thank you for this honor. We'll talk to you in my heart's content, you can be sure of that. Oh joy. So much for buying us time. Why? This is still buying us time because it's not actually... Whatever. That guy has been jerking off. A lot. That's why he's in bandages.
Objection!
Wait a minute, what the fuck is this? We bell tower fuckers despise injustice and inequality. We are the nice guys. We have come to do away with this fiendish defender trying to protect the witch. We shall fight and we shall protect our town from this villainous defender. Yeah, whatever. Honorable bell tower fuckers, let us first hear your proud names. I am fucker number 1, captain of this unit. My name is Boystrom. I'm the second fucker. My name is Lance. I'm the third one. My name is Balmung. I'm the fourth motherfucker. Name's Lywood. I have exhaustion from masturbation. And I am gay. I'm the Steel Angel gracing the Vigilantes with nice sweet presents. My name's Foxy. Don't you dare forget it. And I'm Foxy because, you know, our name kind of gives it away, but we do different things in that tower, you know. I am but a man who wants nothing more than to feel Foxy's steel heels on his back. You can call me Tredden. Fucker number 9, I go by the name... As for me, I'm the 10th fucker. Nothing more, nothing less, just that. Fuck it. Whatever, let's just roll with it. I don't give a shit. Hey, Karen. We have been guarding the bell tower ever since it appeared. No one's ever said a bad word about us. The defender tried to hide decisive proof that the girl is the Great Witch, but he couldn't fool us. Before the rain, after the rain, at no point did a single suspicious person approach the bell tower. But then suddenly footprints appeared on the bell tower stairs. When I saw them, I thought, switch? My eyes went hazy, it made me shake, and I got dizzy. It's not because from exhaustion from beating off, I can promise you. The rain stopped and a beautiful butterfly appeared at our side. Rain is so loathsome. My steel stilettos get dirty from the mud, and my lovely hair loses its texture. You have no idea how delightful it is when Foxy steps on us in her dirty stilettos, imprinting the mud on our backs. I didn't rain a... What? I didn't rain a what? I have been mulling over this incident, and just now the realization dawned on me. I remember nothing. Good. Best witness. Well, I suppose that can be summed up by saying, you all get a gold star. You tried. The vigilantes have been taking turns guarding the bell tower since its appearance. Only a witch could have gone past him unnoticed. Yes, that would seem to be true. However, I must say that something caught my attention in that testimony, Defender. Yeah? Have you been concealing important evidence? Huh? Why would I do that? Don't think you'll get off the hook by claiming you forgot about it, right, Captain Boystrom? Of course you won't. Defender, you and your companion tampered with the crime scene. Tried to sneak away with a very important piece of evidence. We did? Wait, is he talking about the pen? But in the end we gave it to you guys. We weren't trying to steal it or anything. It's absurd. We saw you putting it in your pocket. Oh right, that. Well, I gotta put it somewhere, you know? Should I have stuck it up my ass or something? Marty, you gotta put it up your ass. The evidence we retrieved from you has been passed on to the Inquisition. We have done our citizenly duty. Isn't that so, Edgelaw? This thing, was it? No, that's the pendant that this fellow is always wearing, is it not? Very well. This pendant will be accepted as evidence. Well, the accused was caught in the act, so this pendant doesn't change the situation much. Although it should at least clear any doubts as to whether or not she was at the crime scene. Oh man. They'd appeared just 5 seconds later, they wouldn't have seen us swiping that thing, right, Nick? Are you okay? You're spacing out. Oh, I'm totally fine. Is it me or did Darklaw look mighty uncomfortable just now? It's more on closer inspection. That pendant seems to have some blackish stains on the strap. Fender, you may begin your thing. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose.
Hold it!
Hold on a minute. You saw the footprints on the steps too? Yep. Muddy footprints left by one person from the entrance all the way up. The footprints you saw. Whose footprints are these? Are they the ones shown in the sketch? If these are the footprints from the bell tower, yeah. And when did you notice those footprints? After the rain, but still quite some time before the incident. Wait a second, Lywood. I don't remember you reporting this to me. Yeah, that's right. I didn't report it. Why not? Thought you were serious about your duty, at least compared to the others. Why did you neglect to report that? You're right, Captain. It was out of character. I'm sure there was a good reason why I didn't report it to you. It's no use. I've forgotten. I think I'd remember if someone could give me a clue. He's teasing us. I can only hope he remembers what it was. This testimony did give us some new info to go on. Culprit entered the bell tower soon after the rain stopped. Whoops. Ah!
Hold it!
So, you have steel high heels? Yes, boy. See, Fox's heels are always polished to the sparkle. Ow, I can see myself in the reflection. They're like mirrors. Did you notice anything suspicious during the incident? Not really. I was busy having some tea at the time. You were having tea? I mean, if the tea with milk is just a thing for rainy afternoons. But weren't you supposed to be guarding the bell tower? I couldn't possibly walk around in the rain. My stilettos would get dirty. Ah, those lovely stilettos. Their tips as sharp as Inquisitor Barnum's sword. And when they grind against my armor with such force and passion, I'm the happiest man on earth. Would you like me to squish you under my stilettos? Just say the word. No, I'm not into that. I get walked all over in court often enough as it is. You have no idea how delightful it is when Foxy steps on us.
Hold it!
You discovered the intruder. Can you tell me more about that? It's... Excuse me? You want to ask me something? Arrest me by my name. Make fun of me because I'm a baron of a... yeah. Come on. Can you please tell us about what you know? This evening during the incident, what did you see? Sure, I saw the witch's footprints. That's what I saw. Good job, Maya, but how? Sounds kind of Mayan? Do you mean these footprints drawn in the sketch? Aye, those are the ones. And then, what did you do after discovering the intruder? Chief taught me to report on the intruders, alright.
Hang on!
Excuse me, Mr. Boystrom. Ah! It's just out of the blue. Have some respect for the fuckers. Is there anything you'd like to comment on from Number 9's testimony? Comment? Well, certainly. I remembered about this report. Strange footprints appeared on the bell tower staircase. Why didn't you investigate as soon as it was reported to you? You are the fast-footed fuckers, the most dutiful of knights, giving an our all for the utmost sense of accomplishment. It is unthinkable that we would not launch an investigation after a report like that. And yet, I don't recall having any such report being passed on to the Inquisition. That's right, I have my hands full with assigning tasks to each of the fuckers myself. So I got hold of a reliable fucker and gave him the following order. Investigate the suspicious footprints that appeared on the staircase immediately. That's what I said. Who was that reliable fucker? Huh? Well, I'm having a bit of trouble remembering who it was.
Hang on!
Can I ask you something, Mr. Shaky? Nick, you can't expose that poor guy to your ruthless questioning. Just look at him. You may not be able to take it. How am I supposed to talk to him then? Try this again. Please excuse me, Mr. Shaky. The person the captain asked to investigate the suspicious footprints, was that you by any chance? Yep. What? We are compelled to say this, but although Mr. Shaky may be young, very few would describe him as high-spirited. Huh? What? That may be so, but, well, what of it? Mr. Shaky, did you not follow your orders? Why didn't you investigate the footprints? I investigate them, of course. Orders are orders. Everyone looked to be very busy and no one would listen to me. Now someone finally asked me about it. Vigilante Shaky ready to report. Good job. You get a gold star too. At least now we know that this young man's report didn't reach anyone because his seniors were too busy to listen. Yeah, people treat me like a baron. Did my report go to waste? Ah, now I remember. Ah, what are you talking about? I saw him. I saw the muddy footprints in the bell tower. But I didn't report it to the chief, and now I remember why. That is the case, he will add it to your testimony. Yep. It'll will do. And coin.
Objection!
Right, casino match. I'm pretty sure that the footprints in the bell tower were Miss Fox's. In other words, the footprints you saw were stiletto footprints with pointy tips. Yeah, pointy. They were hers for sure. And yet we have a sketch of the footprints as they were found after the incident. Ooh, those footprints, they have rounded tips. So you see, Mr. Lightwood, Your testimony contradicts the evidence. No way! That sketch was drawn by the court illustrator based on how we found the crime scene immediately after the incident. I can guarantee that the sketch is accurate. Well, I saw what I saw. There's no way I was wrong. How can you say that? The reason is pretty simple. If I'd seen footprints like those in the sketch, I wouldn't have occurred to me that they might be Foxy's. Exactly. They are nothing like Foxy's. Read Foxy's footprints look like this. This is quite puzzling. Perhaps the defense can explain this contradiction. Only one trail of footprints was found in the bell tower. One of the witnesses claims the footprints have pointed tips. But the illustrator's sketch of the crime scene shows they were around it. Both. Probably. Both the witness and the sketch are correct, Your Honor. But 2 different types of footprints were observed in the bell tower. Now, if neither party is mistaken, it means that 2 trails of footprints were left on the stairs. So obvious I shouldn't have to mention it, but if you trust that sketch presents the facts accurately, there is only one trail left on those steps. You can see it quite clearly. Actually, it's possible the sketch is showing 2 trails. What? What? Mr. Lightwood discovered the footprints soon after the rain stopped, which means that at that point someone had already entered the bell tower. That will be the case. Footprints that were observed then had pointy tips, and then sometime later another person went up those stairs, but that person left different tips. Glad you follow, Your Honor. You see the second person did this. Oh my god. Unbelievable. This explains why only one trail of footprints was left. Preposterous. That's just too far-fetched. Makes you say that. Even we can tell you that much. There's no way there were 2 intruders. A big stretch, honey. Even if it was he would have seen the other one. What you're saying makes sense, but it's a fact that none of you noticed the second intruder. And the only explanation for that is that the second intruder was also a witch who had also made herself invisible. What? Now, sorry, my nose is big bad again. Give me a second. I'm a witch, you're a witch, she's a witch, everyone's a witch.
Objection!
Ludicrous! Are you honestly suggesting that 2 witches managed to sneak into the bell tower? It may seem ludicrous to you, but you can't say it's not a possibility. It's easy to bat around possibilities, but your theory alone doesn't change anything. Or perhaps you have some proof to support your story. Because we do have proof that Espella Cannabella was in fact in the bell tower at the time of the crime. Not only was she seen by many people, but this was found at the crime scene as well. If you think there was one person in the bell tower, then prove it, defender. More than one. Sorry. Very well then, the defense shall present evidence. Do you have proof that someone other than the accused was in the bell tower? Maybe this? I don't know. It's...
Take that!
Oh, that's a, what is it? This robe was found at the top floor of the bell tower. As you can see, it's way too big for Isabella. Indeed, it would seem to belong to a much taller person. Vigilantes, I'd like you all to confirm something for me. You have been guarding the bell tower ever since it appeared, right? Indeed, we have. Had anyone ever gone up the bell tower before the incident this evening? Of course not. Fishes or not, whatever. How did this rope get up there? You get it now? Must have been a second witch in the bell tower. Order. So there are 2 witches? Exactly. It's true that the defendant was seen in the bell tower at the scene of the crime, but if another witch was present too, it's impossible to say for sure that it was Miss Cannabella who summoned the fire dragon. Calm down, everyone. You must not let this offender confuddle our understanding of the situation. Was the Great Witch Brazil that summoned the fire dragon? We've braved fierce rapids, scaled high mountains, and crossed vast plains to testify in this court and expose the Great Witch. What? High Inquisitor Edgelaw, permit us to testify. Believe you can reveal the truth about the accused? Yes, Lady Edgelaw. We may be just a bunch of commoners, but we shall offer you our testimony with passion, purpose, and plausibility, maybe. Let us speak now for the sake of Labyrinthia. Oh, man. Permission granted. May your words be as sharp as swords. I've cut through all lies and fallacies straight to the truth. Time of the crime. The storyteller finished speaking to the crowds at the town square in the evening. That's when the Great Witch appeared. Still cannot forget the sound of that terrible incantation. It was undoubtedly that girl's voice. We ran towards the tower as soon as we saw her, keeping our eyes on her to make sure she didn't escape. Split into 2 groups at the entrance. One group to guard it, the other to chase down the witch. I was in the first group. I was one of the pursuers. I ran into the tower and caught the witch. There was no one but us at the crime scene. Captured the girl. There was nowhere for anyone to hide there. There was no other witch, I'm sure of it. I was guarding the entrance and... That's right, young one. The fateful bell tower, the fateful incident. We saw them with our own fateful eyes. Layton is off in the tower doing stuff. Well, I suppose that can again be summoned by saying... Gold star. If the vigilantes were the first to arrive at the crime scene, their testimony is credible. It does seem so, and if what they say is indeed true, it will be decisive proof that the accused's guilt. Oh, witch. And I'm tired. If you think so, feel free to look for any cracks in their testimony, if there are any. Offender, you may begin the interrogation. And guys,
Objection!
the eyes of the whole town were locked on the bell tower, and the entrance was locked. Witches may be able to make themselves invisible, but they can't physically disappear. Which means it's not unreasonable to suggest that escaping from the bell tower is nearly impossible. However, those stairs are impossible. It's the sketch of the bell tower, isn't it? Most fascinating. Well, Defender, how about you show us? The knight knows as to where exactly the witch could have hidden. Good.
Got it!
You hid here, of course, at the very top of the bell tower.
Objection!
May seem like a plausible place to hide. However, the part of the bell tower is inaccessible to anyone. Stairs don't go up as far as the belfry.
Objection!
Inquisitor Edgelaw, we're talking about a witch here. A witch can do lots of things that are impossible to us with the use of magic. You were a true knight of the court. Show us evidence rather than trying to justify your vague theories with the use of magic. He kinda has a point. Are you fucking shitting me with this shit? This is hypocrisy of the fucking ultimate degree. This is fucking... Wow. Getting late, and can see no point in dwelling on this. I know you may continue.
Hold it!
I know, but this is just so blatant, because just at the fucking beginning a few minutes ago, we did exactly this. Which could have used magic to remain unseen. Sorry to disappoint you, man, but no one used any magic at that time. What makes you so sure? Cast a spell. A witch needs to say that in spell's incantation, and we heard no incantations, nor any other suspicious noises. Oh god, no. Which one?
Hang on!
Excuse me, number 6. Yeah, very busy thinking something right now. What do you think about Mr. Tretton's statement? Is there anything you'd like to share with us? Well, kinda. Just a thought I had.
Hang on!
Whoops. What the fuck, game? Damn it. Anything else I need to press, maybe? Probably not.
Hold it!
Fucking hell.
Hang on!
Sort of busy thinking. Well, kind of just the thought I had. Trenton's saying something that I accidentally skipped. She didn't, so she couldn't have turned invisible, see? That's some surprisingly good reasoning, especially coming from you. But couldn't you have simply cast a spell earlier? Huh? If she was invisible from the start, of course we wouldn't have heard that incantation. Aren't you the smart one, Service? You took the words right out of my mouth. I was thinking the same. Out of Foxy's mouth. Oh! Hold on. Whoops. It was noteworthy testimony. But this witness wasn't the only one that seemed to have something to say about it. Hey, let's question some more.
Hold it!
Why can't I skip this faster? This is so dumb.
Hang on!
Well, would you like to ask Foxy a question, Defender Boy? I'd like to know what you think about Mr. Tennant's testimony. I have this little pet theory, you know. He's saying that since he didn't hear the incantation, the witch didn't cast a spell now. Yeah. Well, that will make sense. Or couldn't she have simply cast a spell earlier? Huh? So I think you made a fool of yourself, sweetie. Ah. Oh, the public humiliation. Oh, go over me more. Stop game. It looks like the testimony went kind of rails here. Fucking... Stop it! Let me... I'm hitting the press button as much as I can. Hang
on!
Mr. Shaky. I didn't mean to startle you. Do you have anything to add? Yeah. I think there was something. A strange noise. You actually heard something at the crime scene, and you say it was a strange noise. That's... yeah. What you did, Nick? That's just cruel. I don't remember if I heard anything odd when we were in the bell tower. Excuse me, Mr. Shaky. Looks like we're temporarily one witness down. Give him a break. Maybe someone else had heard that noise. Mrate said he didn't hear anything unusual. And it wasn't only Shaky that seemed to have different opinion on the matter. How many fucking more do I need to press on this shit?
Hold it!
Okay, who has something? Ask you. Not you. Only you're left.
Hang on!
Excuse me. Anyway, would you like to comment on the testimony? I see you have nothing to say. Do not rush your conclusions, young one. I am on a green field, sky-clad, watching petals dance in the wind. I knew you'd say that, and yet a single shaft of light has shone through the dark abyss of my memory. I heard something in the bell tower when we went to apprehend the witch. What did you hear? Was it an incantation? No, it wasn't an incantation. Nevertheless, it sounded like a woman's voice. Mr. Wordsmith, this is extremely important. Please add this to your testimony. I shall do that. It's best that I tell you about it now before I forget again. Oh boy.
Hold it!
You heard a woman sobbing. Yeah, sobbing or perhaps wailing. Sound a bit like hinges in need of some grease. Boy, this falsetto packs a serious punch. And there was another noise too. Clack, 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 clack. It was a pleasant sound, rather like that of a wooden cogs in motion. Huh? And another sound, a clink clank of chains creaking. I've come a long way from the sound of a woman crying. I remember now. The woman's scream. It was likely the contraptions. On second thought, I heard it too. I remember a certain wailing, creaking noise flowing through the air. When did you hear it? We ran to the bell tower, and I think it was when we arrived at the entrance. Indeed, only the quickest of us got there in time to hear it. Mr. Wordsmith is a fast runner. Gotta be honest, Nick, I never saw that one coming. I think it might speak more for the slowness of the other vigilantes. Anyway, we've got a new piece of info. Hooray! I wonder what was making all those eeks and clinks and clanks.
Objection!
Pence has a theory regarding the source of those strange sounds. Was most likely this. Its mechanism on the middle floor of the bell tower. That reminds me, there was some contraption up there unlike anything I'd ever seen before. Right, Chief. How about we try operating on that contraption to see what it does? We might just be able to reproduce the sound that Mr. Latherlance heard at the crime scene. Right, you might be onto something. But it was I who testified of it before that young man. Talked about it too. Well, you've got my curiosity. Let's see you set that contraption into motion. Milord, just leave it to me. That's it. As you've all seen or rather heard, it's clear that the device was operating shortly after the incident.
Objection!
It doesn't change the fact that we know nothing about what that contraption does. Your demonstration hasn't led us to any valuable conclusions. Remember our demonstration a little while ago? Demonstration, or are you referring to that silly contraption?
Objection!
A contraption serves a very specific function. The plan of the bell tower shows no stairs leading up to the belfry. Think about it in relation to the plan. It's obvious what this contraption is for. A mechanism enabling access to the belfry. What? Who could have thought it? Order. Another witch was in the bell tower when the incident happened, and the reason she wasn't discovered is because she used a contraption to reach the belfry and hide up there. Hold your horses. You seem oblivious to the contradiction in your reasoning. What do you mean? Talking about your little demonstration earlier. The device was set in motion and made some strange noises, and yet that's all it did. Right, nothing else happened. It was a device for accessing the top of the tower. Then why didn't it take us there? Ergo, that contraption is of no relevance to this case.
Objection!
It's too early to say that. Sure, our demonstration didn't show it, but maybe the device didn't work because it wasn't used correctly. What? Why do you think so? My reasoning is simple. Let's just say it will be troublesome if just anyone could go up and sound that bell. It's reasonable to assume that access to the belfry will be restricted. In other words, that a special key will be needed. And I think I know what the key is. Yes, let me present the fucking key. And my noise is being terrible.
Take that!
Hold on. I was on the verge of death on Monday evening, but now it's just a cold, shitty one. That belongs to the accused, doesn't it? That's right, we found it at the crime scene. Now, if we take a look at the bottom part of this contraption, there's a depression here about the size of the pendant. Not only the size, but the fucking shape. But I don't get it. Why would that pendant be the key to the bell tower? I don't know either, at least not for now, but the point is, it definitely is. With this pendant, we should be able to operate the contraption and access the belfry. Yeah, this is the last case. Well then, the court will grant the defense a chance to prove its assertion. However, you shall be given one chance only. Are you ready, defender? Make sure you are prepared for the consequences of a mistake. This will be your only chance. Oh my god, it's a puzzle in the middle of a trial. Who'd have thunk it? Whew. Pendant light is reflected by the blue gems on the circumference of the gears of the machine. Each gear will rotate 90 degrees when turned. Rotate the gears to align the blue gems and redirect the light. The large central gem will only reflect light when in their vertical position, and when rotated, light must hit the red gems on either side at the same time. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I can't. Okay, good. Fixed. Blah blah blah. It don't work because we missing one gem. One pendant thing. In the end, the defense has failed to prove its theory. The contraption cannot be operated with the pendant. Oh my god. It seems your foolish experiment wasn't too much of a waste of time. While you were tinkering with that contraption, the accused regained consciousness. Okay. Well, despite seeming a bit confused, she's in better shape now. I wouldn't describe her situation as okay, quite the opposite. In fact, don't tell me you've forgotten your agreement with the judge. Failed to prove your theory, and so the accused's fate has been decided. Burn the witch! Just kill her, I don't even give a shit about this bitch.
The trial has reached its conclusion in your absence. The court shall now announce its verdict.
The verdict. This
Blah,
evening,
blah, blah.
a terrible crime took place. You killed your father, the storyteller, using the spell Grandworm. Does the accused have anything to say?
First of all,
Yes,
this
I
doesn't
am
make
the
any
servant.
sense. Shut up. Doomed to be a shitty character with a shitty voice actor.
proof of... I remember the... And
Shut
this-
up, I don't want to hear you
I
fucking
saw-
shitty fucking
There is no-
voice. Shut up.
I am.
Hold it!
Also, did you see that pendant on her? Hey, that's a second pendant. Whoa! Can we get to the pendant part?
No. Ever since... But that's... At
Fuck
least
off!
they were... Since
Fuck
I met
off!
the four... I am true. But
Shut
lame.
up!
So
Also, it's lagging, which is only making this worse.
then...
Well then, it's time for the final verdict. Think, Phoenix, is there anything I can do? Anything? Just look at that pendant, is there anything?
Objection!
Your Honor, please hold off at the verdict. What's that, defender? Too early to pass judgment. What? You said earlier that the trial has reached its conclusion. But there's something we have yet to examine. What? Also, hold on, is the stream actually down or are people still watching? It should be up. It's up for me, so... Shut the fuck up, Anna. Anyway, do you mean to say you have some new evidence? Nouveau évidence? Surely that's not possible. Certainement, c'est impossible. Alors, où est cette nouvelle évidence? La nouvelle évidence est en Espella's personnage. Mais non! Ah. Cela est très intéressant. I'm done with French. Here's the thing.
Got it.
Spella, can I see that bracelet in your left hand? Sure, whatever. This is the thing. What? But this pen is the same as the other one. Oh, what? Another question about this pendant. Spella, do you remember when exactly the strap broke? I'm trying to remember, but I can't. I know it was still fine when we parted ways, but in other words, she has no memory of it. That's certainly bizarre, I must say. Your pendant has already been submitted as evidence.
Objection!
And yet Spella still has her pendant. That's a fact we can all attest to, which means... there must have been two pendants to begin with.
Objection!
You shizzle. Whoa, what? Whether this pendant is hers or not, it doesn't change a fucking thing, bitch. Pendant proves something crucial to this case. The second pendant wasn't dropped by Spella, so as the defense already suggested, one more person was at the crime scene. What?
Shut the fuck up. If we have 2 pendants to work with, maybe we can see if that strange contraption will work this time. Let us do the thing again. Can I get to the puzzle part, please? And why does she have cone tits? It bothers me so much. I mean, I know I draw triangle tits on my characters, but cone tits? Come on. It's just straight dick. Finally, I get to do a thing! Thing with the thing-a-thing. Maya is wearing a mask because of stupid plot reasons. Oh, it has to be the other way around? Okay. Even though they're both lighted right now. That thing? Or no, okay. It's just kind of weird.
The answer here is obvious. Puzzle solved. Take that!
Success! Okay. Nothing's happening. Whoa! Can't let all those animations go to waste. Show them off one more time.
Nick, isn't this bell?
Yeah, I think you're right. That's the bell that was taken from underground. The bell of ruin.
Let's ring it.
The bell that must not be sounded.
Nick, there's someone hiding behind the bell.
It's you. Now that...
What?
Miss Kira.
Oh my god. I guess we aren't finishing tonight, which is good, because it's getting late. And I got lectures tomorrow morning. So unfortunately I have to break this up. And maybe we'll finish it tomorrow? I don't know. Depends on how I'm doing with exercises and all that. And other business I have to attend to. Anyway, we should be very close to finishing it off. And once it's done, we can move on to abduction. Alright. Well then. I'm afraid I have to leave you on a cliffhanger. But thanks for sticking with me tonight. And I hope my cold and all of that crap didn't make this any worse than it usually already is. And then I will see you again next time for hopefully the final conclusion, or maybe do one thing before the final conclusion, depending on how long this game actually is, because I don't remember how long it is. So, anyway, yeah. Good night, and have a nice remainder of the day, or whatevs. See ya.